Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My Maker makes me strong. And I am here today to talk to you guys about options. Well, options are good when it comes to food, clothing, shelter, that kind of thing. But when it comes to people, I think it's very disrespectful to treat people like they're options. Nobody seems to want to be treated that way, but quite a few people feel like it's okay to treat people that way. And I will say this, there are some relationships that start off as two people are friends, right? And they're dating other people. And as they progress in their friendship, they really get to know each other on that friendship level, and then it develops into a love, where they are in love with each other. um and that's cool. It just doesn't seem to happen like that in the online dating platforms. Usually what happens with that is people are entertaining multiple people who are writing to them and sending them messages and winks and um just whatever the however the platform is set up. And there are those elements of people that they really thrive on that. Like they need an ego boost. They need to have a lot of attention, and they're always constantly looking at the other field and saying that the grass is greener over there. So even if they do have somebody that they really are vibing with, they're not happy with that because they're looking at somebody else over here who, because it's like they're not content. And so that discontentment is coming out in the way that they're treating the people around them and treating their relationships. And so it's it's not something that I am interested in. Okay. So I'm not going to throw shade on anybody who likes it like that. If y'all like it like that, I love it for you. You know what I mean? But for me, I feel like this: there is no expectation without a conversation. So I'm pretty open to, if you talk to me, if you get to the point where we get to this interaction, right, where you and I are talking on video call, right, on Facebook, and we enjoyed that conversation, right? We enjoyed it a lot. But you didn't say to me, you're going to get off this app and you're going to take me seriously and see where things go between me and you. My expectation, because we had no conversation, is that you are still on the app pursuing whoever else, because you never said to me that you weren't. And you should have the expectation that if you did not communicate that to me, that I am also going to continue on the app, because I'm going to feel like, well, even though the conversation we had was really nice, I think this person is really sweet or genuine or kind or whatever positive energy I'm giving to that situation, I still don't feel like my place is solid enough for me to abandon what else is out there, because I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who you talk to before you talk to me. And more than likely, you're not going to tell me the truth about that anyway. Now, you might, because I guarantee you, I've had some wonderful conversations. And I'm not going to tell some guy, oh, yeah, you're the first person that I talked to that was, no, that's a lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. I've had some great conversations. I've had some great conversations. And, at some point, I might feel like, what, we've gotten to this place. And it's like, I don't, okay. now that we've had this conversation, they're good, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a match. And then we move on. Okay, it's not a match. But I'm just saying, that idea of keeping a person on that breadcrumb, you know what I mean? Like, I'll give them a little bit of attention and I'll here and there so that they will stay in my rotation of people that I talk to and call. I definitely don't want that for me. I don't know about nobody else. I can't talk for nobody else. For me, I don't want that. And I think if another person were to know that you were treating them like an option, I think they would be very disappointed. And I think even I'm talking to you, you would feel um very disrespected if you found out that you were just somebody's option. And of course, we can all say, well, everything's an option until you decide on something. True, true. But that's what I mean by expectation needs to be equal to the conversation. Because even if they say, okay, let's just say we're going to get off this app, we're going to see where things go between me and you. You know how many apps are out there, guys? You know how many apps are there's hundreds of apps, maybe thousands of apps. So just because they're off the app that they met you on doesn't mean that they've stopped frequenting the other apps, especially if they're trying to finesse you. But what you will start to see if you trust the process and you move in divine timing, you will see that the person is actually into you or not, whether they're going back to the app or not. You'll see that they're not treating you like an option because they're in your world and you're in their world, right? It's equal exchange. You're seeing their social media, they're seeing your social media. Nobody is hiding. Now, okay, when I say hiding, I mean, of course, you're not going to give your whole everything to somebody you just met. That's stupid. So we're not talking about stupidity. But I mean, where a person has social media and on that social media, they got a whole wife and family and children and everything, and they're telling you that they're single. That's what I mean. Like hiding that. But I mean, like, I'm definitely not going to expose like my grandson and my children and things like that I would feel like, look, I don't know if you're a perv. I don't know what you're going to do with this information or these pictures or whatever. So you don't get to see that stuff until I trust you. And that's going to take time. But that's as we move forward in the are you my one type thing. But yeah, nobody wants to be treated like an option. And I think it's best if you don't want to be treated like an option, have that conversation and let them know, hey, are you trying to make are you still entertaining? And there, like I said, there might be people that'll say, I'm okay with that. Because in some cases I have been okay with that. When I felt like, yeah, maybe I don't know if this is gonna work or not. And guess what? I'm still on the app, I'm still getting email messages and I'm still kind of following up. Okay, if you're down with that, you're down with that. But at least we have the conversation, right? All right. I'm going to make this quick, and I don't know how quick it is, but shalom, Hag Sameach.